All right, do you guys remember what happened last time? I don't. All right, where were we on the flow chart? So what ended up happening was we found out that does it work if I guess we have to select someone. Okay, a lot of crap happened. But what we learned at one point was uh they thought in the very beginning that they were in different wards and that they weren't connected. We found out that they are connected by a central hub, and knocking them out was essential to having the other team after them able to participate in the game without seeing the others. So that's what's going on. So red, green, blue is the order in which it happens. So red team goes first, then they go to bed. Green team goes second, they go to bed. Blue team goes, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what we found out, and it changed our flow chart like this. One thing I thought was really freaking cool that we learned last time was we got to see the ending that went on to become the second game. So this is the third game, but it takes place before the second game, where they're trying to figure out a way to prevent Radical 6 from happening. But we saw the timeline that goes on to become the second game, which was pretty neat. And they also established the idea that they basically get infinite chances at stopping Radical 6. Because in that ending, he's like, well, I guess it's time for the next Sigma to la 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 la. We also learned that Q has no head and the ball was for nothing. And his name is Sean. His name is Sean. That's the one thing that I'm confused about. Is we also found out who Zero was. But they call Zero Q. But the little boy is called Q. So, and then the little boy is like, they call the little boy Q, but then they also call the old man Q. And that part confused me. I didn't understand that part, so I gotta watch it again. Are you sure that you've seen them reveal him as Q? Yes. I think. The only thing we have left is this, and I imagine it's going to expand. Sean, that is? Yeah, because in the one ending we shoot Delta, and he's like, Sean. He just calls him kid? Don't shoot. Shoot Mira. Shoot Eric. Maybe. Random question. If they already know there's infinite parallel universes from different decision branches, what's the point of trying to save the world since the timeline will exist regardless? Well, in the first game, I don't know. That's a good question. In the first game, I'm a little confused by that too. In the first game, the whole thing, it was two folds. It was to get back at the person that killed his sister, and it was to prevent his sister from dying. Right? But his sister already existed now. But she died. She got incinerated in a fire. And I never understood that. I was like, if you save her in the past, what changes? She already exists in the future. Or is it a different girl? Is it a different girl from another time, here now? I don't know. That part always confuses me. I don't... That shit, I didn't understand it. But I guess it's a time... I don't know. That's one thing I have a hard time wrapping my head around. There was a paradox, and Junpei had to come full circle by saving the past Akane so the present Akane could still live. But she's already existing. That's the thing that I don't understand. She was already existing. So I didn't understand. Was the Akane that we saw as a grown-up from another timeline? Or was the Akane that died as a kid from a different timeline? That's the part I never understood that. Akane is Junpei's sister? No. Her brother was in the first game, but you never see him again. Her brother was Santa in the first game. He had white hair. You never see him. Junpei is her childhood friend. Poor Santa, he was dumb as a brick. I don't know, but like if they prevent Radical 6, I think in all outcomes Radical 6 gets out. And it infects the world. So if they stop it once, it doesn't get out and they prevent people from dying. I think that's what's going on, but yeah, I mean, you raise a good question. If the other world still exists where Radical 6 gets out, I don't know. Maybe it always gets out, so they want to exist in a world where it doesn't. I don't know. Never thought about that. They're traveling time, not dimension hopping. If they're traveling through time, if Akane got incinerated, if Akane died in an incinerator in a fire when she was a kid, how would she time travel to the future where she wouldn't exist? She got incinerated. She'd be dead. Even if she went back. See, I don't understand that part. And also, see, okay, so these are different timelines. Or different. These are different timelines. Or not timelines, dimensions. They are. It's all the same place, but different things happen in each one with the same people. And Carlos can't go to a world where he's been killed. If he's already dead, he can't go there. They explain that. He died in this one. But then in this game, even though he was dead, he time traveled back before he died, before he even participated in the game. So I was like, okay, so he went from the middle timeline to this one before he even died at the beginning. Okay. All right. But Akane can't do that. If she time travels from another one to where she's the kid, she's dead. Is she gonna split her consciousness from when she's a kid about to get incinerated to like a future one where she's an adult? That has to be the reason. 'Cause that's the only thing that really makes sense. Can't go to a timeline where you already been killed. Well, I mean, I don't know. Too hard thinking about it. All right. So let's see here. Computer activated. We activated the computer. Red team. Okay. So red team. Q brought all the people. Q brought all the people to the terminal. Mira and Eric. We also found out that Zero is brother, and brother is, who's also called Delta, who is Phi's brother, we also found out that Sigma and Diane are Phi and Delta's parents, and they were born here in a timeline where they die down here, I guess. It's left up that they die down here due to starvation. We're now going through the process of opening these boxes. But the weirdest thing was in the red one, Carlos was obviously trying to piss off Junpei by taking advantages by like forcing his way on what's her name? Akane. And then they get in a fight and Junpei, you know, like he's obviously letting Junpei beat him up. But then he like asks them to drink with them to settle like the beef. And then he drops a glass and then they all go behind the cabinet to pick the glass up. And then the scene ends. And it was like the most random shit ever. And it didn't make any fucking sense. So I'm waiting for that to make sense. And then we got to the point where the kid activated hit something on the computer. We don't know what the hell it was. And now we're doing blue teams. And then there's this left. I don't know. So we're going to do blue teams. Why did Carlos do that again? We have no idea. It hasn't been explained yet. It was the weirdest thing ever and it hasn't been explained. It made no sense. At this point in time, it doesn't make sense. Do I got... Okay. Let's do the blue team one. I think he was trying to activate something, maybe Trick Zero. Hey, what's up, Sam? I don't know what it was. I have no idea. The box should already be open because Red Team opened it.
The current casualties. Presently, there are...
I know, I'm drinking a soda, I know.
None.
Oh yeah, and fucking Delta is a Sith Lord. His ass literally controlled fucking, Eric to kill everybody. It was crazy. How long is left in this game? I think I don't know. I want to say rough estimate, maybe 3 hours. I'm not too sure.
Continue enjoying the decision game.
It seems like we don't have much left.
Hey, excuse me, but could we maybe call a cab? We have a lost child here.
Who are you talking about?
Well, best to get her home soon. Her mother must be worried. And
You know better than anyone that I don't have one.
good God.
0003? We're in the new year now?
So it's no longer 2028, but
January 1st, 2029.
Our memories end after we voted at 1330.
now we're stuck with a 10-hour blank gap.
But were we really asleep that whole time?
We might have woken up several times since then, but we've only forgotten about it.
No, you've only ever seen me
Because of
drink
the
water on
drugs.
stream.
Hey look, the box.
Box?
The Force Quit box.
I don't know
Why is
how
it
Lo-Fi
open?
is.
No idea.
There's text displayed on the monitor.
Force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set. How about that?
Wait, I think there's more to the message.
Oh, we already did the computer.
Each is a mother's memento. A mother's memento?
Oh, the birdcage
Diana,
and the pendant.
does any of that ring a bell for you?
No!
Hey, what's wrong?
My head! My head! No. That can't be.
What the fuck is going
What
on?
is it?
Did you remember something?
But if that's true, then the key items we need to insert are
Dude, she turned into that zombie from Resident Evil 5 at the beginning where he's like looking up and the blood's coming out of his eyes. Also, one of my least favorite parts of this game. It's called a brooch? No, it's not called a brooch. Dude, it's fucking hot in here. One of my least favorite parts of the game is that it feels a lot less character driven. It is called a brooch? Alright. And a bird cage. Air? Birds cage? I don't know what? It's the bird. I think we have to do. Oh, that's okay. Bird cage. No, that's not it either. Shit. That's not it either.
Huh. I wonder why
What's the matter?
I thought I remembered. But then it slipped through my fingers.
Can't believe it.
It's a blue
Wait.
bird.
I know I can get it. Let me try again.
Wasn't it 8 letters? No, it was 9. It was 9. That's why I put bird's cage.
No!
Hmm?
Try bluebird? All right. Blue bird. What? What the fuck, dude? Bird cage is the same shit. It's the same shit. Bird cage. It's a blue bird in a bird cage. Whatever. Thanks. Dude, why does she look like the zombie from Resident Evil 5 right now? What the hell?
Diana?
Oh, I think
What's gotten into you?
I think she realized that she's her mother.
Oh, Fi!
What? No. Diana, you're...
Well, no, we watched her give birth to the kids. So we as the player already know.
Sigma!
You don't have to say anything.
It's one big family
Listen.
reunion.
This is enough for now.
He did. He flirted with her during the second game. He was flirting with his daughter. Bigger on the inside. Oh, man. That hits you right in the feels. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Yeah, we unlocked it. Nice. Is it the same? Oh, is it only one for everybody? Well, I'm going with red team. Easy. Okay. Nice. I know I'm saying this a lot, but I don't care how much. I don't care too much about the story here, especially all the ridiculous angles. The only thing I don't like about this particular game is the art style. I like the second game and the first game's art style a lot.
I knew it. Looks like the memories we regained are true after all.
The 3 wards were all in the same place. Then...
Carlos?
Akane, Junpei.
And Mira and Eric.
Psycho bitch.
And you're Sean, right?
Carlos. What happened?
Proof of friendship.
Anyway, what are you guys doing here?
According to the schedule, C team and Q team should both still be asleep.
We took a page out of your book and did what you did. We used the cards to keep the bracelet needle from injecting us.
So, does that mean?
Yeah, I remember everything.
I do too. Junpei and I as well.
Over the past few hours, we got back the memories we forgot.
Well, to be more accurate, it's more like we accessed the morphogenetic field and downloaded all of them.
Then you have the other history's memories too?
Yes.
Then you're like us.
But why?
I'm gonna go back to
Hold
the
up.
beginning.
Eric and I
Offline.
are different.
Yeah. We didn't gain memories from other histories.
Then neither of you got injected?
No, we're the same as Carlos and the others.
I told them. Maybe I'll start from the beginning. First, so I could run the program in the Force Quit box,
Good night, Doma.
I accessed the central control computer. Then, I briefly turned off the communication network. That way, I stopped the surveillance cameras from sending any data to Zero. I didn't want Zero to catch on to what we were doing.
And that's when Sean let us in on the truth of what's going on here.
We went over to the transporter room and picked up 2 cards. Before the injection, we each slipped one between our wrist and bracelet.
I wonder if Psycho Bitch is gonna make it out
Okay.
alive, though.
Now you two make sense. But what about you, Sean?
Well, you probably already know, but I'm a robot. Being injected does nothing to me.
Then,
Every time the time limit approached, I was forced to go into sleep mode. Then my memories from the previous 90 minutes were deleted. I didn't want that to happen, so... You remember me saying I accessed the computer? Well, I hacked my own system too.
He said he managed to cancel the force sleep and delete functions.
Okay.
What about C-Team then?
We couldn't interrupt the surveillance cameras, so we had to be sneaky instead.
Oh.
First, Carlos pushed me down and climbed on top of me.
He what?
It was just an act. I was only pretending to do it.
Carlos used that moment to whisper in my ear. He said to go to the transporter room and grab the cards in there.
Ah,
But
shit.
if I just let her go like that, it'd look suspicious. So Junpei and I stayed behind to get Zero's undivided attention. I casually invited Junpei to the power room. You can see the results of our conversation.
You should have told me what was up.
If I had, then Zero would have figured it out. You look like you'd be a crap actor.
And after that?
We met Akane in the lounge. We hid from the cameras and each got a card from her.
So then when the injection came, they just
Sorry,
faked it.
But could I get confirmation on something? Everyone knows what all happened in the other histories, right?
Even you, Mira and Eric?
Didn't Eric say so earlier? Sean told us everything.
But wait. Why?
Yeah, I still don't get why
Why
Eric's
what?
here.
Why do we know about the other histories?
Well, that's probably...
Oh shit.
You want to know?
Oh shit, he got a shotgun. No, Mira's a serial killer.
Or maybe it's actually Zero.
You are free to call me by my given name, which is Delta. There's no need to look so threatening. You were the one who named me, Diana.
That's their other baby.
Doesn't matter. I shall answer your question. Carlos, Akane, Junpei, Diana, Phi, and Sigma. All 6 of you know that you are shifters, correct? Think back on your path to this very moment. Did you arrive at this history by following a normal flow of time? No, of course you didn't. You jumped in from another history using your shift abilities. And it wasn't just this once. You have been shifting back and forth many times.
Oh, it hurt my brain.
From one point in space-time to another. You boldly took chances. Much like jumping from one tree branch to another. You have forgotten that fact, perhaps as a result of the medicine, or as one of the side effects of shifting. Regardless, your memories have been kept firmly intact within the morphogenetic field. It is simply that the 6 of you regained the memories of those times. One small trigger, and the levee preventing you from remembering collapsed. Sean is a similar case. However, his thought center is located within the quantum computer, so I suppose it's slightly different from you.
What about me and Mira?
You are both like me, in that we do not have the ability to shift.
You don't?
Yeah, then how does he...
I have another power instead.
I'm Wesker.
The power to mind hack.
Mind hack?
Oh. That's what's up.
I am able to read other people's minds. I know the thoughts and ideas that go through their heads. That's why I know exactly what Phi is trying to do right now. Step away from that device, Phi.
Got him.
Then, when we blocked the injection...
I saw through your ruse.
Then why did you...
I wanted all of you to play the final decision game.
The final decision game?
I find human decisions fascinating. More specifically, the world branching that occurs as a result. I already mentioned that I am unable to shift. But after looking inside millions of minds, I learned one thing. There are people in this world with the ability to jump between histories.
What about
That
this?
shifters exist.
What about this mad bomber dude?
Hence why I know so much about these parallel worlds.
And Radical 6.
You did all this because you were curious?
When a person does something significant, it's difficult to boil the reason down to one word. Their motives are often very complex. It is the same now. To fulfill several objectives, it was necessary to trap all of you in here.
So why did you do it?
You want to know?
Yes.
It is so you give birth to Phi and myself, Diana.
What?
What do you mean?
Phi and I are the children of Diana and Sigma.
Phi is...
Wait. They're children?
November 16th, 2029. Phi and I were born in this shelter.
Why are you old
This
then?
was another history, of course. Shortly after, the atomic data that makes up our bodies was transported to April 1904. The transporter was located in a German research facility at that time.
Oh.
Our bodies reconstructed and regenerated in the export pods at that facility.
That's why he's old.
But that would mean you're actually...
I'm 124.
What the fuck?
You're joking.
What the?
But Phi is...
A German researcher sent her to 2008. Records indicate that she was part of an experiment.
You're saying Phi jumped back in time from 2029 to the year 1904?
Dude's old
and
as
then
fuck.
forward again to 2008?
Technically, what was sent both times was simply the data makeup of Phi's body.
I heard that in 2008, the device was being studied in an American facility.
That's when an old couple who were researchers took me in.
So what happened to the
We've
Phi in
gone
his
off
world?
topic,
I guess
but yes, that was one of the major goals. Everything that occurred here helped create Phi and myself. And when I say that, I am including all of the other histories. If I hadn't trapped the group of you here, then Phi and I would have never been born in our current forms.
Your current forms?
Sean, you should already know about epigenetics. You see, environmental factors determine which switches are activated within the genetic code. Reproductive cells are the same. Or perhaps I should say that the reproductive cells are the ones most affected.
Oh, I get it. That's why you made Diana and Sigma play the decision game.
What do you mean?
By backing them into a crisis situation, he caused an epigenetic change within their reproductive cells. I think that's why their children were born with unique powers.
Gold Star. This is the reason I have my mind hacking abilities. Phi was affected as well. You were born a shifter.
What about Eric though? Why are they here? I get why Mira's here.
Do you recall what was written on your wall?
When curious hate oozes calamity.
And rearranging the letters gives you...
No way. What you choose can materialize us.
Our decisions will bring you to life.
That is why the decision games were held.
Well, I mean, Mira was also to put them in a state of crisis because, you know, she would go and kill them. So it works with his theory. I don't get Eric though. Like, Eric has no purpose other than to bitch.
So that the Phi and me, here now, would materialize exactly the way we are.
No, but... Okay, so I get why you had to have Diana and Sigma go through life or death decisions. But the rest of us had nothing to do with...
Yeah, or
I
Carlos.
already told you. My motives are complex.
What? Wait, there's more?
Okay. Hey.
Fuck you, you goddamn old man!
Fuck, no!
Bam! Damn! Got him. Fucking got him right in the face. Oh, who gave Eric the gun?
It's over.
You may be right.
Who gave Eric
What?
the fucking gun?
Diana, take this.
Oh my
it in.
god. Of all people.
Bluebird too.
It's ready.
Verified. Key items were set. Executing force
Dude,
quit
she just
program.
kicked the fuck out of him.
10 minutes until explosion.
What?
What?
Oh no!
The hell? What is this?
Hey, answer me! What's with that announcement?
Must I explain?
Yes.
This shelter will soon explode. You've worked so hard, only to turn on this facility's self-destruct mechanism.
Sean, access the central control computer.
It's no use. Once the Force Quit program has been activated, there is no possible way for you to reverse it.
Then what can we do?
I will tell you two good things. First, I suggest checking behind the bar counter.
Okay.
Oh.
No!
A bomb?
Why would you?
Gab.
What?
Gab's been...
He killed Gab!
Did you kill Gab?
Yes, with the shotgun you're holding. There wasn't much life left in him anyway.
Damn! What a cold-hearted bitch. He shot
You
Gab!
monster!
I never expected to hear that coming from you, Sean.
So what's the other thing? You had two things to tell us.
I have the ability to mind hack,
We already know that.
but I have not told you everything about it. Reading other people's thoughts isn't the only thing I can do with mind hacking. It
P3,
only
this series
lasts
is
a
really
moment.
good.
But I am able to control someone's body as I wish. Like
Throw that
this.
shotgun away, dude. Oh my god. He just fucking killed himself.
Eric! Why?
No, for real, my finger just...
Mind hacking.
Understand now. This is my power. So, let's begin. Your final decision game. You have two choices.
This is my power as I die.
To stay here and wait to die. The other is... The other...
Dead. Are you kidding me? What the fuck?
Hey! What's the other option? What's the other option?
I want to know what his other motives are. Damn it. Why did they have to make bad guys like Steve Jobs clones these days? He does look like Steve Jobs, doesn't he?
Well, what should we do?
What about the X door?
And how exactly should we open it? Unless 6 people die, it's gonna stay closed. Or should we start killing each other now?
Mira?
I thought he was gonna finally ask why does she have metal stubs on her bra? Or whatever.
I have an idea.
Which is?
We're going to shift, all of us, together.
Hey, hold on. Like jumping to another history?
But Eric and I...
I'm sure it will be fine. Remember what I said? Human consciousness may be a result of quantum effects in the brain.
Oh, yeah. You said if certain conditions are met, we can also...
What are the conditions?
First, you need to be exposed to danger. And the other one is...
to be in the vicinity of a group of shifters.
I get it.
We'll resonate, and then Mira and Eric can...
But which history are we going to jump to?
None of the similar histories will work.
Bullshit.
Team is likely to be dead after the vote.
And we can't shift if there are no bodies for us to jump to, right?
Then... we need to jump to where all of us are alive.
When we're all alive.
At the very beginning.
Do you mean...
The very beginning. In DCOM. I knew we were gonna go back there.
The history, where we won the coin toss.
$20 it leaves Mira and Eric.
Minutes until explosion.
I wonder if Mira's gonna die.
I'm not sure I get it all, but it's a good idea.
What are you saying? There's no way we could do that.
Why not?
Shift isn't simply jumping into bodies in different histories.
Our consciousnesses swap places. Ours for theirs.
We'll be forcing our other selves into these bodies, and they'll die without knowing why.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
What?
Well, they're all living without a care off in another history, yeah? One time, they do the coin toss once and win? Don't you think that's unfair?
Mira, you're saying they, but we're talking about ourselves here.
Well, we should consider if those people really are us.
Good point. If we assume that we here are the true versions, then the us and the other history are essentially strangers.
Even more of a reason not to.
If we shift to that history, then we're tossing the others under the bus to save ourselves.
The us in that history have done nothing wrong. I mean, the only thing they did was win at a coin toss.
Oh, is this gonna be the
You
final
could say
decision?
the same for us. The only thing we did was lose a coin toss. Even so, we've had to go through so much shit. We've been forced to put our lives on the line.
Besides, aren't the bodies in the other histories ours anyway?
Then why should we second guess ourselves?
Huh.
1 minute until explosion.
Yeah, I know.
We're out of time. I'll say it again. We have two choices. We can stay here and wait for our deaths, or survive by sacrificing our other selves in another history.
I know they've been doing it the entire
That's
game.
what that bastard meant. Final decision game.
"10 seconds? "200 seconds? Dude, Carlos has died I don't know how many times in the storyline. He didn't tell us why Carlos or Eric was here. I wanted to know why. And how I wanted to know how fucking Radical 6 got created. I want to know. Fuck you, chat, you're dead. I hate all of you. I'm glad you're all dead. Especially that bitch Stados. Holy shit, I just unlocked 3 achievements. I did all that just to kill Stados. Fuck it. I had a 25% chance he was gonna die. I took it. Alright, let's go down here. How does the flowchart look now? Oh, so it was don't shift. Oh, okay. So, because I noticed the coin one was not, it didn't have a border around it the entire game. I noticed that. I can't believe he shot the dog. He fucking, he went out of his way to say, go look behind the counter. And he's like, I killed the dog, bitch. What the fuck? That has nothing to do with anything. He was just doing that to be a dick. I killed the fucking dog. Deal with it. I can't believe that. After all we've done together. Alright, that's... So if you think about it, this entire game was just so Sigma and Diane would have sex. He re-orchestrated it so they would have sex. What? I shift. I guess we have to go back to the beginning now. Okay. Oh. This is the one where you win the coin toss. Ah, okay. Don't shift again. I wanted to know how Radical 6 got made. It's just like, oh yeah, I made it. This incurable virus, I just happened to make it. I wanted to like see how it got made or something. Maybe we'll still see it.
Damn, I can't remember anything.
Me neither.
Neither can I.
It somehow feels like I made a bet with someone, but...
Someone? What kind of bet?
Did we all forget what happened?
No, I haven't finished it, Kitty, no.
Could I ask all of you something? Who is this kid?
Okay. What's after this? Danganronpa. Danganronpa 1. Dong on a romp 1. Dodging a romp 1. Dong and romp 1.
Did we do it?
We're not wearing the bracelets, so I don't know the time. But
Judging by the position of the sun, it's probably noonish.
And the date?
How would I know?
Hey, Mira. Eric. Do you remember me?
Yeah.
I definitely remember you.
Then we really did.
Must have worked.
Wait, don't they remember the realities where she fucking killed them all? And she's like a psychopath fucking serial killer? Why are they not fucking beating her ass up and pinning her to the ground, dude? She's fucking murdered to 18 people before the game even started.
Life is unfair. Don't you think?
You bastard.
17 years ago, a snail traveled down a narrow path in the park. If that snail hadn't been there, perhaps all of you here would have lived a completely different life than you did. Just one small snail, and everyone's lives, even the world, changed.
So, what's the big deal?
Oh, would you just quit talking nonsense?
I'm so glad you were safe.
I
Of
shot the
course we
dog.
were. You all have shifted in from another history.
Whatever. We gotta call the cops.
And what exactly will that accomplish?
Isn't it obvious? We're throwing you in the slammer.
And
what?
my crime?
Murder.
Murder? I see. But I haven't killed anyone. Specifically, in this history, not a single person has died. I strongly doubt the police would listen.
But in the other histories, you...
Did you not pay attention? I don't have the ability to shift. The only reason I know anything of those histories is because I mind hacked you. In effect, the me you know is a different person than the one before you. Can I be charged for killing someone in another history? If so, then I'd say this world would be full of criminals of all kinds.
What about conspiracy to commit?
Yeah. I'm betting this history's got a bunch of dangerous machines and gimmicks all over the shelter.
Unfortunately, I have removed them all. You've slept for quite a while. Nothing is left in the shelter. No transporter, no quantum computer. Loaded into a truck and taken away.
What about Radical 6?
Sean is able to move right now due to radio signals received from a satellite. What? Aren't you happy? I say again, in this history, not a single person has died. Vi and I exist, and there will never be an outbreak of Radical 6. There is only a bright future ahead for all of us. Is this not what you'd call a happy end?
See, I wanted to know more about fucking Radical 6.
According to you, all of mankind will die if time passes and nothing is done.
Religious fanatic, a terrorist attack that sparks a nuclear war.
I heard this story. You said you released Radical 6 so that you could kill that person.
The me before you did not say that, but I can't deny it's true.
Radical 6 won't spread throughout the world in this history.
That means that fanatic guy won't die.
Wait, so now humans will go extinct?
Hey, where's that happy future you mentioned?
Interesting. Does that make you angry, Vi?
What?
If so, then we have a serious contradiction. I had prepared a future in another history where 2 billion would survive. But yet, you decided to jump to this history. That means you chose a future where humanity goes extinct, over 6 billion dead.
Game. No, you're wrong, Delta.
Over.
Nothing in the future has been determined yet. We'll shape the future with our own hands.
Huh. You said something I can get behind, Carlos.
I think so too.
I agree.
Okay, me too.
Mira.
You're right. The future has infinite possibilities.
If we work together, we can accomplish anything.
We can do it, chat.
Humanity's gonna die out? Screw that.
We'll definitely change that horrible future.
Hi, Space.
What's so funny?
Just that.
What the hell do you mean?
I'm sure I told you in another history that my motives are complex. Imagine, what if none of you had experienced the events that occurred in the shelter? You're so determined now to change the future. One of the goals of all of this was to get you into that frame of mind. It's all going according to plan, without a single casualty.
The human race requires
Create
judgment.
a future where mankind will be saved.
Zero was the good guy
Does
all
that
along.
upset you? Are you angry that your life was played with? Very well. I will give all of you one last choice. With that gun there, you will be able to choose whether to kill me now or allow me to leave. I promise I won't use mind hacking on you. You are free to decide. Which shall it be? Pull the trigger or let me go. The fates of you, me, and mankind are all on the line.
Hey, what's up, Cut?
This is the decision game.
Oh. The fuck? That's the ending. What? We don't get to kill him. So technically, in the end, he wasn't a bad guy. He was trying to save humanity by inspiring them to work for change. Basically, get them do something that they didn't even know they wanted to do. So technically, he was a good guy. But what do you do in the alternate reality? I don't think they undermined VRL because in the other reality, VRL happens. We saw in the other reality, VRL happens. In another reality, she gives birth to Diane and Delta and Phi. In another reality, well, I think everyone dies. So, and in this reality, they work to try to stop the Mad Bomber. He was basically trying to get them to do something that they didn't even know that they wanted to do yet. the point was nothing really mattered or changed. I think. Yeah, because well, no, in this reality, since he didn't release the virus, everyone was going to die. So he started off making it feel like you took the bad. He starts it off by making it feel like you made a wrong decision for coming back in the first place. But then once he inspires you to stop him, the bomber, then it comes out to be a good thing. The main goal is to get Sigma and Diane born because he's a perv. Technically VRL has to happen, because if it doesn't happen, then the nuke war happens. So he needs the nuke war to happen to make VRL happen, so he can get them to want to stop both events. I was thinking they were separate. I was thinking the nuke war was separate from the person, because he made it seem from what I remember in VRL, it was all of the reactors around the world blew up. But what he said in this game, it made it seem like it was one guy. And also in the second game, they mentioned even after the bombs blew up, people survived the explosions. So not everybody died. I remember Tamagotchi said that people survived the nuclear explosions and they lived in shitty radiation stuff. So from my understanding, I thought it was like one dude was gonna annihilate everybody. The religion fanatic kills humanity, but not the nuclear reaction explosion. So from what I understood, it was like one dude like blows up like 6 billion people. And so he makes it seem like I was trying to get that one guy. Because he starts Free the Soul and he releases Radical 6 trying to kill that guy, but the no. I don't know. No, it's different. They blew up Earth to prevent Radical 6 from spreading. Yeah, see, that was different. While the religion fanatic wants to kill everyone. Yeah, see, they decided to blow the generators up to try to stop the virus from spreading, but then some people survived the explosion. So this guy blowing up he even says it. In this reality, Radical 6 never gets released, but the guy still goes on to try to blow the world up. So he doesn't need Radical 6 to happen. The guy's still motivated to blow the world up. All sections cleared. Nice. Radical 6 kills the religion fanatic, killing 6 billion people to prevent everyone from dying. Yeah, but in this reality, there's no Radical 6, and there's still a Mad Bomber. So it's stop the radical bomber, or let Radical 6 happen. But now Delta has all the shifters. I wonder if they'll make a 4th game. Because I heard this game didn't... I heard this game and VLR didn't do too good. I wonder if they'll make a 4th game. I'll buy it. I mean, if they make it. I enjoy these games. That was fun. All in all, I thought this series was really enjoyable. It was right up my alley. I liked all the, like, time travel shit that didn't really make sense. I can see why people. I can definitely see why people think this one's the weakest entry, though. They never explain why Eric's here. That kind of pisses me off. They never explain why Eric, per se, is here. No one. Mira's just they overlook the fact that Mira's a serial killer, so they just let her go with no explanation. And Carlos. I mean, Carlos was just here for money, but I guess he was literally just here because he was a shifter. Which, the motivations, like, each character in the previous games each individual one had a motivation. The motivations in this game were kind of weak. Yeah, I know his personal motivation was to get money, but what was Zero's motivation for him being here is just simply he's a shifter, which kind of sucks. It's not as important as previous entries. It's not as strong as previous entries. It's really, I mean, I guess it's realistic. But I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was good. That's why I said I don't like how this one isn't character driven. Yeah, Eric doesn't really have a purpose. He's just kind of a tag along with Maria. Really. He's about the most pointless character in the game. In fact, he is the most pointless. The dog has more importance in the storyline than Eric does. Eric is literally here just to cause drama. That's it. He's only here to cause drama. Yeah, I completed the trilogy. Yeah, I beat all the games. We beat all the games. He's Dio too? No, Mira's Dio. Mira was literally here so she would cause conflict, forcing the other shifters to shift. That was her whole goal. Or that was her whole goal, was she was let loose. She never even got hit with the knockout drug either. And she was ordered by Zero to do as she pleased. So, no, she's technically Dio. It was enjoyable for me. I thought it was good. Not as strong, but it's not a competition. Nice. I hope they make a fourth one.